And on today's episode, we're going to take this that's been sitting there a while and is covered in a lot of things. So let's get started. We're going to pull this out of the way so I can actually get to this and check this out. It's been sitting there a while, so it's really important that you look, see what you're getting yourself into before you pull it out of there. Check for anything living on it. Yep. We got to be careful now. And when you pull that up out of there, you want to make sure the things that are living on it are at the other end. Because, you know, safety. They might get you. Did you see that thing? I didn't see it, but you can see it right there. If you didn't see it, you're sitting a little bit. It didn't go anywhere. So I grab a rag that's been sitting there. Hang on, I gotta find the rag. Apparently I don't know where it is. There it is. Get this all situated. And then for a second I just kind of pushed the dust around. I don't know what I was doing. Also, I started this back in December. I was patting the dust, you know, just telling it hello. No, I got the rag so I could actually clean off the cobwebs, but I was trying to see if there was anything living. And I'm just going to get all the cobwebs off of there. I think I picked up the leftovers of a spider. There was not anything living on the towel, which is good news. This was the first step of cleaning. Just gently collect all of the cobwebs. And then once this is done, and I think I've collected everything, gotten it, you know, all that stuff off of there, I'm going to take it out, I'm going to unfold it, go ahead and set it up, and immediately find a spider. Yep, it's fine. So I'm going to leave that there and check out the rest of it. Mostly it's dirty. It's really dirty. And this I purchased 1.5 million years ago at Bed Bath & Beyond for like half price because this was broken. That's been broken since I bought it. And I did, at the time, put like some glue in there. Obviously didn't do any repairs. I just stuck some glue so it didn't get any worse. So I'm going to fix that. And there is now, after being moved... Oh, and these are really... It doesn't fold very well anymore. This is really tight. And there, so you can hear it squeaking. There's this crack. This one was from me, and all the moving. So I need to fix that as well. But I don't think I'm going to keep this as a folding shelf because it doesn't fold very well anymore. Okay, I just realized there's 2 of them. There's... Yeah, she's alive, but there's another one over there. Look at all those eggs. Do you see the other one? Do you see his legs moving? Ooh, they're not happy. Like, I'm sorry. Wait for my son to get back and then I will have them rehomed. Ooh, they're gonna come after me. I don't know what kind of spiders those are. She was moving a second ago. She may not. Maybe that's the wind. Nope, she's moving. Okay. There's another one back there. The one over there actually surprised me. I saw this one right away. But the one on the back I did not see. Alright, so here is the damage to the leg. I have no other footage of me fixing it. But I did in fact glue and fix it. Here I am taking the hinge off for reasons I have no idea anymore because this was done in December. So, took the hinge off. I was trying to see what the problem was. And I think what happened, because I bought this fully assembled, I don't know if it was already packaged like that, but this screw right here underneath that plug is in too tight. And I think it broke the leg when that was put in. At least that's my best guess. I don't really know for sure. But I'm not going to take the screw out. I just glued it and kind of held it together as best I can so it will look okay and be stable. Now on to this repair that I do actually have footage of. And this one was, I'm pretty sure, done by me with all of the moving, folding and moving and everything. But you can see there's this crack that goes along right here. So I'm going to put some glue and try to use this string where you put that in and you run the string back and forth to get glue in there. I obviously didn't pick a very good string, and there were some struggles, which should have been a really good indication early on, because this project ended up being nothing but struggles. Actually, I think the spider should have been my, like, foreshadowing clue. Struggles. I need to get glue in here, so I'm going to push this. I'm going to do this so that it'll actually flex, and you're going to take the string and go like this.
Where's the Swiffer solution?
It's sitting on the dryer.
Okay.
Oh.
What am I doing?
Pull up and down. Like that. And then just kind of keep moving it backwards. I'm going to add a little bit more glue. Hang on.
Do I just go this way?
Yeah. Hang on. I'm going to add some more glue. Oh. You might want to keep your hair out of the glue though.
Maybe. But I want to become one with the piece.
Okay. Come forward a little bit and make sure to get some of that glue and get it in there. Spread it like butter. And I finally realized that the glue was in the way. So, yay. And once I did use gravity to get a little bit more glue in there. Just kind of put a lot of glue in there, pushed it forward and kind of let it drip in, which actually worked okay. Not great, but it's okay. And then I took my little cauls. It's just wood with plastic wrap over it. Clamped those down. And look, I have video footage of a repair. Not the leg, but you know, it is what it is. And now we're going to skip forward by like months. I have done all the repairs and sanded, but you didn't get to see any of that. And here I am after cleaning everything again, because it's been sitting in the garage so long. I'm priming over the areas that I had repaired and then sanded and any other sanding I needed to do. Not really everywhere, just those main areas. And then I was running low on primer, so I just, from there, sprayed parts of it until I used it all up. You know? And I'm going to use this blue color, which might look familiar because I also used it in this Alice in Wonderland desk that I turned into like a TV stand. And I do have that little bowl there that I will pour it into so that I'm not dipping into my can. But first, I'm going to use up all the paint on the lid. And I didn't tape anything off. I didn't take this apart. I mostly painted over the hardware, and I was okay with that. I mean, this is no longer going to be a folding shelf, so it will be fine. And then just carefully pour some off from the original can into there, so not dipping into the original can. And look, I actually put the lid back on. This is one coat, which is good coverage. You don't need it to be perfect after one coat. But if you want your first coat to look a little bit better, you could always prime first. I mean, I didn't because I wasn't that worried about it. But you know, you can see on the areas that had primer, it looks a little bit better after one coat. So this is painted. I may fix the hardware later. We'll see. But I just left the shells. And if you're like, why didn't you paint the shells? What are you gonna do? I went to the used bookstore and I got some books. I'm gonna start with this one because these are has the original illustrations. But I want to decoupage the shelves since it's a bookshelf. Put some the pages from books. These illustrations. I can't get the book open. This book is. Hang on. Did you see that? Yeah, that's creepy. And then. So, I'm going to use the pages with the words and stuff in this one just to decoupage the shelves. But I'm going to use the illustrations in this one. Alright, let's get started. Okay, so I'm starting with these pages on the bottom shelf. And I have some plastic wrap. I also have several different kinds of Mod Podge but I don't have a lot of any one of them, so what's that? I have a piece of parchment paper and a mister bottle, and we're gonna give this a try and see how it goes. Okay, and so on my papers, see I used a ruler to tear the edges so they were straightish, and I'm going to go through and I'm going to start with them like this so I can get close to the edge of the shelf, and I'll probably start with them straight and then go back and add stuff in later. So, my plan. And I'm going to mist the paper because I'm going to let it sit for a minute when I do that too. I've heard people say that kind of helps to loosen up the fibers a little bit and make it lay flatter. So, okay. Let's see how this goes. And this is Mod Podge matte that I'm starting with. That apparently is clogged. But again, I just have a lot of different ones. I just want to start finishing some of these. Okay, yeah, that should go well. What could possibly go wrong there? Let's try. Well, there was no need to be that aggressive with this. Mistakes were made. Gosh. Oh, do not do that. Can I get that back in the bottle? I know they say you can't put toothpaste back in the tube. Can you put decoupage back in the tube? Okay. I mean, I was going to put it on a little bit thicker, but this is ridiculous. Okay. Just scooch that way. My goodness. Okay. This is bad. Okay. Now I gotta work fast. Not good at working fast. Should be fine. What could possibly go wrong, Heather? Oh my gosh, this is ridiculous. Okay, we're just gonna do this to kind of move some of this over because this is far too much. Okay. There. That's a little bit more reasonable. Okay. There we go. Okay. Okay. Everything's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. Fine. Everything's fine. Oh. I feel like, wow, I wonder how that's going. Terribly. This is going terribly. This is a good example of what not to do on the other shelves. Don't repeat this. Ready to do this shelf. Lessons were learned. Don't dump an entire bottle of decoupage down. I have more papers. I have my brush, plastic. Gonna have to move the camera because this is not gonna work. Okay. So, and now we'll start with a more reasonable amount of glue. Right? This one's also almost empty, that's why I'm holding it like this. And if you've been watching my channel for a while, you know I'm really good at getting my shoulder in the shot. So, and I did change up how I was doing it. I just spritzed both sides of the paper because it's kind of thick, and then I did use my hand. And this is what I meant to do from the beginning, was do one side and then the other side, so they go back and forth to meet in the middle. And that didn't work out so well on the first shelf. And I'd had my eyes dilated this morning, so I can't really focus on details here. And I'd had specific pages that I wanted in specific places, but my dog jumped up and like messed up all my pages and I couldn't read. So I just went ahead and went with it and put stuff wherever it was. Ah, the struggles. And again, check out this great shoulder shot. Oh, terrific. So good at that. Do you want to put the pages down after I put the paste down? Okay. Line it up, and you just gotta carefully make sure it's laying flat though. And you can use the little plastic wrap to kind of smoosh it all down. Just rub it.
Really?
Yeah, because the glue won't stick to the plastic. I mean, it will kind of, but it won't. It'll be fine. There we go. That's too much glue. Doing good with this. At least today I'm not dumping half the bottle like I did yesterday. Just dumped it. It was a big mess. Yeah, and then I was like a mad dash to, there's the plastic, feel away that now. It's like a mad dash to try to use up the glue and get everything stuck down before the glue dry. it dry. Once it's all dry, just take my sandpaper. I use sandpaper and just sand like down from the edge. Don't go back and forth because we don't want to lift the paper if there's any loose edges. We don't want to loosen it. And that will come off. And then if I need to go back, I mean, I will still go back because I'm going to have to do a top coat and make sure it's really down well. And you can see here, on the bottom shelf, I had a little bit too much glue. Shocking to no one. So I'll just sand that a little bit. And then I'm going to go back and do some touch-ups with the paint. So I'll get that taken care of. Y'all, the struggle was real with this one. Okay, so I have 2 grits of sandpaper. I'm going to start with the fine. You can see I've added some other pictures and like other quotes and stuff just to have more fun with it. And the whole thing has a coat of decoupage over it. So I'm going to sand to get any glue bumps and dust nibs and anything. And I'll go over it with 2 coats of a polyacrylic sealer or top coat. I'd used triple thick polyacrylic sealer. Bleh. And sand between each coat, put another coat on, let it dry, and it should be well protected from all the books. And I'm all done, so it's time to show you the finished bookshelf. Isn't it so cute? I was having problems with the flash here. It's in an awkward spot. And I would love to hear your thoughts on my little bookshelf. It fits perfectly into my space. I moved my desk down. I will actually put books on the shelf. And I actually cleaned off my desk. It was quite exciting. I have a little project shelf. It's a great space for me to work now. As always, thanks for watching and stay tuned to find out what Heather does next time.